I've just taken the first trade of the challenge, and the first opportunity I've found that meets all the criteria of my trading system and strategy is GBPAUD. It's a sell trade. As you can see, this is MT5, and as we agreed as I explained in the video, in the first introductory video that I made, the position sizing was supposed to be $1 per trade. So you can see here, let me just place the cursor here so that you can see. This is 2.92, which is approximately $3. I try to precisely position size that trade so that I can risk the exact amount that I explained in the video, which is $3 per trade. So this is the first trade I've taken. I've taken it at least I think it was a pending order, so I placed a pending order based on I'm going to go to the trading view to give more details. I just wanted to come here so that I can confirm that I've taken this trade on MT5. So I placed the pending order based on the body of this order block. You can see this green candle here, this one. This is the body where I placed the pending order. The price was here when I was placing the order. The price was here, so it retraced back and was triggered at exactly 9:40 something. Let me just go to the toolbox side. It was triggered at 9:42, which is 18 minutes to London Open. So currently I'm floating around $1.7. Of course, that is quite preliminary. It's not important as we speak. It may lose, it may win, but so you can see here, I had in the first video it was $19 because I've placed the trade already. I've deducted half of the commission, so it's 18.93, but I already explained those things in the first video that I created. So that is the first trade. Let me explain why I took this trade. So we go to I'll explain the targeting, I'll explain everything in the trading view, but as you can see, the target is 1 to 5. You can see here, the risk is 2.9, the target is, it's not showing, it's 1 to 5, which is $15. Let me see if I'll be able to bring it so that it can show. Okay, it's not showing, but okay, the risk is showing 2.9, this one. I'll come back to it later and see if it can show the $15, but it's 1 to 5, which is 3 times 5. So let's go to the trading view, explain why I took this trade, why I have just taken this trade. So I came to D1. That's the first place I came to. So the price has been ranging. Let me just remove this one first. The price has been ranging between these two areas for the last several days, all the way from here, all this place from here up to today. The price has been ranging, touching the resistance, coming back all the way to support, reacting at support. Let me just change this to be support. All the way to support, again back to resistance, all the way back to support. So it's now on the other side, on the upper side of that range, which is on the D1 resistance zone. So what I did last week, I saw that opportunity last week, but I had not decided whether I'm going to take it or not yet because there was no confirmation. So today when I woke up in the morning, when I was going through the charts, I came to H4. Now remember, D1 was decided last week, but when I came to H4 now, today, not even H4, H4 was also actually last week's reaction. Now, down on H4, remember, I have a plan for these trades for a buy and a sell. Now, as you can see, let me just explain first, probably later on if I get a confirmation on buy several weeks or a week from now, I'll tell you why you can at least have a snapshot of why I'm going to take a buy also soon. Now remember, we are reacting between support and resistance on D1. Now, the price came at this level, which was close to our level of support it came back to resistance and it was taken out. So I'm anticipating an inverted head and shoulder. That's why I have placed this circle here. I'm anticipating the price to come to this level, then I'll probably now break this high. Now continue above and then we go to the next level. So since we had support and I'm anticipating the price to come at this level to complete the formation of inverted head and shoulder, I'll be looking for buys at this position, but that's not important for now. So as we've seen in the D1 and H4, the price of D1 resistance. Now what was happening last week? Let's just go through what happened the last few days. The price came here, it was rejected, came here again, it was rejected here. So the price has been rejected here for the third time. Once again, on H4, the price has been rejected at D1 resistance 3 times. Once we actually, if you are depending on your rules, it's possible to see again either triple tops or head and shoulder on H4, because this one slightly wicked out this one did not wick out this one is the highest. These two can be shoulders, left, head, right shoulder. But that depends on your rules. You can take it as triple tops, depending on. So generally, we can see that also H4 is rejecting. Now let's go to H1 now and see where to get it. Why I decided not to take that trade. Now remember, during the first instance when the price came here, there was a change of character on H1. Here, there was a change of character here. Remember, let me just show the price was pushing higher. Here, coming here, coming here, coming here, coming here, coming here, coming here. So it was high highs. So when the price came to this resistance zone, there was a change of character with some momentum. Let me just remove this line. So there was a change of character at this position. Here there was a change of character here on H1. You see, already I'm starting to see the signs that the price may go bearish at least. But again, the price came, attempted to take out this one. The price came here after the change of character, attempted to take out this high. It failed. There is no a confirmed close above this zone. Failed for the first time. Came down here, again failed. That was on Friday, again last week failed. Thursday failed. Again on Friday failed. So that again tells me the bulls are becoming weaker and weaker. And look, even at the bullish candles are becoming weaker, they're concentrated, there's no actual momentum. Now, another confluence that there's a possibility that the price will push lower. So I've confirmed the H1 changed character when it came there. I've confirmed that the bullish momentum is fading. Now, let's go now to entry. Let me just delete these ones now to avoid clouding. Now, I'll explain why I've placed this as a safe target. I'll explain later when I'm explaining the targeting, why I targeted that place. So, when I came today in the morning, I came to lower time frame, starting from H1 downward. Now I want to see where I'm going to get the trade. First on H1, I saw this momentum. We are at D1 resistance, this momentum that closed below this part here. See? This was the last time when there was a, let me just, this one here. This position here, this low, is the place where the last time when the bears tried to push the price lower. The price was rejected here. Again, the bulls pushed the price up to this position. Just wicked out this high by a week, but again, it was pushed downward. Now, remember the last strong bulls marked by this candle here. Those were the last strongest bulls in this area. The most immediate strongest bulls, which were two on H1, this and this, attempted to take out these bears, but they failed. They failed just only a week. But now today in the morning, the bears came in with the momentum and took out the previous strongest bulls and closed below this area. When I saw that, I said, well, now I'm siding with the bears. So I didn't want to click buy at sell at this position because now I wanted first to reduce the number of stop loss size. I wanted to reduce the number of pips in relation to my stop loss size so that I can position size in a way that I want to risk $3 but get the maximum amount of risk reward while at the same time increasing the chance of my pending order being triggered. So what did I do? Using this last doji, I placed a pending order based on that. But again, there's another thing. I came to M30 and saw the last bull candle that was taken out was this one. So I placed a pending order based on that body here that also coincided with the doji on H1. So that's where I placed the pending order. Now, where did this momentum start? Here. So I placed the stop loss above where this momentum started. Because when it closes above this area, then it means all this bearish momentum have been taken out, which again now changes the whole spectrum of how if I should take the trade. Good. So that's why I took that trade. And that is my reasoning. That is the approach. Those are the confirmations I used to take the trade. Now let me just remove these ones for clarity and documentation because I always save these charts and I don't want to save them with a lot of information on it for review later. So targeting. Targeting goes back to what I was explaining on H4. I'm expecting the price to come back down here to form an inverted head and shoulder, but it may not. But because the range is between here and here, I'm anticipating that at least the price will come to 50% of the range. So if it's coming down to 50% of the range, probably to continue upwards, my anticipation, which may not be, it's not guaranteed, is that price may come at least to 50% level, assuming that the completion of inverted head and shoulder will not occur. I'm anticipating that probably the price will come to 50% of that range, which is approximately here. You can use fib levels, but for me it was just eyeballing over it. So this is the thing. I was expecting at least to come here. Now remember, there's a line that I marked here as a safe target. Why? I always have something called a safe target where I'm strongly convinced that if the price goes to my side, at least reach this level. Why? Because when the price come here, probably it will suit this liquidity, fall into this area, then probably go upwards. So I started to target here. So before it reaches here, I want the price to cross my TP by the number of spread depending. This is a huge area. This is a huge space. So if it has to weak out this area, then at least it will have touched my TP, crossed by the number of spread, then I close to. So you can see it's 1 to 5.07. So that's how I took the trade. That is my explanation. That is my targeting. That is my reasoning. Will it win? Not sure. Will it lose? I'm not sure. Is the trade part of my trading plan, which is my trading strategy, which is basically relying on support and resistance and some form of supply and demand? Yes. 15. So that's all for now. I'll review the trade once it closes, either in a win or a loss, and then I'm going to post. But I'll also post this trade. I'll schedule it for tomorrow now. It will go live probably tomorrow in the morning, most likely, depending on, yes, the entry will go live in the morning. Whether the trade has closed or not, then the outcome will go again live in the next day. But I'll do that for the next trade also when I take it. Thank you so much. Subscribe to the channel, share, and be part of the journey. Let's see how the challenge pans out. Thank you so much. Bye bye. All the best in your endeavors.